Hello everyone, this is D, which are one here on Jimmy Master Animatronics along with
Jack.
and his air conditioner. So
Well, you can
today,
still hear it?
yeah, kind of. Okay, now it's better. Okay, so today what I'm reviewing for you is a Jimmy 2018 life-size animated Hunchback monster. Now this guy was not released, however he was intended to be released, of course, like most prototypes are. I honestly don't know where he was going to be sold at. He kind of gives off a Lowe's vibe, though. Like maybe he would be at Lowe's. But this is one of those items that has the metal base, and it's actually made from the Party Gears factory, which is where a lot of companies like a lot of the exclusive companies that are Chinese that sell to Spirit, like Party Time and WO and other all those companies, and now Morbid Enterprises. A lot of these companies get their stuff made at this one factory called Party Gears that has that seasonal visions type design, and I believe seasonal
It's
visions.
horrible. It's horrible. You know why? You know why? What they do is they take all these molds and sculpts and just phrases and audio and structures and they'll mush them together and they'll create like the nun with a Reaper costume and Pennywise's audio.
Yeah, and that was those are all Morbid Enterprises parts that they used. So yeah, anything that has that seasonal visions type gearbox with the reindeer motor and the cheaper speaker with like no bass in it whatsoever, that's loud. That's basically a Party Gears type item, like the remake Zoltan life size, the werewolf that Jimmy's made, the bent knee monster, the disco skeleton, and this guy. They're all made from that factory. Now his face looks pretty neat actually, and I'll show you some up close details of him. But he is made a little cheaply in some areas. Now his wig is interesting. It's this very lightweight, fluffy material. Like I can do that, and it just kind of blows around. It does feel kind of nice though. It feels like a real animal. And there's his face. His face is a foam face with a thin layer of latex over it, and there's a wireframe on the inside. So it's very cheap, but it does look decent. His hands are actually the same hands that the bent knee monster has. They're these, it's kind of squishy hands that are actually zip tied at the top. Well, this one's not zip tied actually, but most of them are. Then he's got a little shackle on there as well. He has the same shoes. He's basically the bent knee monster, but with different animation and a different look. So there's the shoes. The fabric here is actually not too terrible. It's not that cheap cheesecloth material. It's actually not bad at all. My main complaint with this, though, is the chest area, because as you can see, they made a latex section with like a heart sticking out, which I thought they would have put like an LED in that would pulse red, kind of like the brain monster, but it doesn't light up. And they actually just put this cheap green fabric around it to be the rest of the torso. But the biggest problem with that is that it's not the same color. And it bothers me so much. Like if I
You
don't
know,
think about it, I don't
like
notice it.
it seems like they do that now a lot because they did that with my monster, my other monster too. Yeah, it's weird because the two monsters have that, but it's like the skin on the actual guy, or the like the latex pieces or the plastic pieces or resin, whatever. They're all the darker green, and then they just decided it would be easier to cheap out and use this lighter fabric, which honestly might even be the reason they did not sell.
Yeah, I mean, because this is very deterring for me. If I was a retailer and I was gonna buy this, it's like, why is that a different color? So that may have been why he didn't get produced. I'm not really sure. Now his animation is he looks side to side, and his arms both move up and down. They're not like the Bentley monster. They move in sync up and down like that slowly. They like both move almost like he's dancing or something. And his head constantly looks side to side. It's all one mechanism with those reindeer motors in there. And his audio is actually the audio of the original Jimmy Life Size Hunchback, which I have right here because I'm gonna play the Hunchback, the original one, just to compare the audio quality, because this one is clearer and quieter and this one is really loud and less clear. And for some reason they added in a bunch of weird sound effects to this audio track as well. Like there's like whenever, because he references treats, but it's like, bro, you don't have any treats in your hand. You know, he has a tray, like take a treat, but he's just like take a treat, but he's not holding anything. But then you'll hear like a munching sound and then a rat screaming like he's eating a rat or something. And there's some like weird music added in and stuff. It's very strange. But I'm gonna go ahead and plug this guy in, and then we will plug in the original one. Now let me just reach back here because it's hard to access this outlet. Okay, there's that. Okay guys, so he is now plugged in. Without further ado, we'll turn him on. And he says all of his phrases at once, and then he turns off, and there's also a constant motion, or thing, where it will consistently cycle through all of the phrases until he's unplugged. So without further ado, we will now demonstrate him for you.
Take a treat. I hope you get a charge out of it. These tasty morsels are fresh from the lab. Delicious. Don't worry. I made sure the treats no longer scream when you bite into them. If you see any of the treats start to move, just bash them with a hammer. That usually works. What's the matter? You don't want a treat? Oh, the master won't like that, that's all.
Yeah, and sometimes, for some reason, he'll actually go into the constant mode when he's not on there. Like on the gearbox, there's on 1 and on 2. That's very specific, I know. But sometimes he'll actually activate and he'll be in the constant motion thing. But now, I'm going to plug in the original Hunchback. And this guy may set off, but I'm going to plug in the original one just so you guys can hear the difference in the speakers. Because there is quite a difference. This is not the best area to plug stuff in for sure. Okay guys, they are now both plugged in, and I will now
Take a treat. I hope you get a charge out of it. These tasty morsels are fresh from the lab. Delicious.
And then we have this.
Take a treat. I made sure to get a charge when you bite into them. These tasty morsels are fresh from the lab. That usually works. Don't worry. I made sure the treats no longer scream when you bite into them. Oh, the master won't like that. If you see the treats start to move, just bash him with a hammer. That usually works. Take a treat. I hope you get a charge. You don't want a treat? Oh, the master won't like that. That's all. Fresh from the lab. Delicious.
So as you guys can hear, there is a clear difference in sound quality between the two items. You know, obviously this one is a little quieter and more clear, and this one is more loud and hard to understand. So this is something that's more ideal for like a really big, loud display, and this will be something good for, you know, indoors probably. Although they're both pretty neat items. Obviously this one is made so much better than this one is. And this guy is just sitting on my bed because, well, his poles are missing. If you watch the unboxing, the poles disappeared in shipping, I guess, because John thought he put them in there, but he didn't. But anyways, guys, that is the main part of the video. I don't know if Jack has anything else to add.
Let me add one thing. Let me just add something in. I want to add in I'm gonna add in this. What I'm gonna add in is this. I'm gonna. Hunchback is better.
Okay. My battery's gonna die soon, so I'm glad you wrapped that up. But yeah, guys, and I will be doing a review of this Hunchback on the left when I get the proper polls from him. I may just take the polls from something else and then go ahead and review him. But yeah, so that's the review and comparison video of the two Gemmy life-size Hunchbacks, the 2009 model versus the 2018 model that was not released. Thank you guys for watching.